What's up, everybody? It is Sunday. Hope you guys are having a great day. We're just finishing up all my one-on-one clients that we work with, getting ready to touch base with all the Titans around the world in the Titan crew. Hi, guys. How you guys all doing today? What is happening? So we are going to either today or tomorrow jump on with Lee Priest, who's like one of my favorites to talk to. Make as fast as possible. I'm getting okay. Cool. All right. Hey, Egypt. Hello, Egypt. We will be out there this year in Egypt, so I'm looking forward to that. My vitamin line launched, as you guys know, and we will be. Well, we're already in the Middle East, but we're gonna come out there and say hello to everybody. So that'll be a great thing, man. So I hope to see all of you guys out there. Man, I tell you this though, I got some serious sleep today. It's one of those things. You guys know that as I'm coming out of this extreme dieting, you got to come out slowly, and we're coming out slowly. But even when you come out slowly, man, it's tough to continue because we push such heavy weight, and we're doing the 9-week power bodybuilding right now, which is great and fun. Trust me. I mean, I don't know if you guys are anything like me, but man, there's nothing better than just that pressure, from the weights, down on you. So I think it's awesome. Scotland. Hello, Scotland. Yes, I'll be back to the motherland. I will be visiting Ireland and Scotland this year. So we cannot wait to do that. I'm going to be a quick stop in England, say hello to everybody in England, but I'm going to be crushing it. Everything good?
Yeah.
Everything, but then we're going to be jumping over to Ireland and Scotland. So I just want to say that. Oh man, I text Nick. Somebody just asked about Nick. Nick won the New York Pro yesterday, Nick Walker, and I congratulated him, man. So happy for him. He's a good kid. He's a nice guy, and just I like him because he trains like a beast. So I think it's great. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Sleep and just take care of myself, man. That's the number one thing. That's why I think health-wise and youth-wise, and why my joints feel the way they do, besides the way I train and everything. It's some of the best stuff that we train smart, we train hard, but it's always smart first. That's the main thing. Hello, Mexico. Hola, ¿cómo está? But I cannot wait to get overseas. We are doing Dubai is first. The Middle East is first. Just let me clean that out. So Dubai is first, Middle East, and then on over to Egypt. I would love to get down to Brazil. I'll talk to my partners about Brazil, see what we got going there. Anybody else get a nap on their Sundays? I think I actually got 2 naps. I took a nap with Baby Titan. I took a nap before Baby Titan, and then I took a nap with Titan. So it was pretty good. Let's see if we got any tips here. Let's see. Yeah, so one of the questions just now was lower lat connection. So lower lats, a lot of people are going to be trying to do the stuff like, Dubai for the arm wrestling, for Larry and Devin and those guys, just to answer one person's question right there. But lower lat, there's a couple exercises I teach where the back is rotated over when you're pulling it. Instead of pulling it up like this, I'm pulling it down. And so pulling it down is going to make more of that insertion from the lower back. So when you pull it down in, you're tucking it in. So even though you're here, it's still the lower lat that's connecting in on it. So that's how you want to pull it. And so don't pull the weight down like this, because that's going to be mid and upper back. So try to pull it so you're arched forward and pulling down. That's going to be your lower back in that connection. Now again, obviously you're probably doing stuff of, hold on. We got to get rid of this guy. All right, that's done. So let me get rid of it. Wow. Oh, we got a couple trolls coming in, guys. Don't worry, we got them deleted. Done. So one thing, do the one arm rows is going to help with the lower lat. But here's the main thing. When you do that one arm rows, don't do it like you're seeing everybody do it on social media. they are not doing lower lats. They're just swinging the weights. They're just moving through it again. So this goes back to one of the videos I just put up. It's more important how you do the exercise than you do the exercise. So just try to go check that video out on YouTube. You guys are gonna love that. Let me see if there's some more questions. But that lower lat question was a great question because so many people cannot connect to that lower lat and that insertion. Well, I think there's so many morons on IG trying to teach about lifting is because in their mind, when they look in the mirror and they see this 120-pound guy and there's a line somewhere or a shadow, they go, oh, I'm muscular. I can teach everybody. When my 2-year-old is more muscular than most of them. So it's one of those things, and it's unfortunate. And we were talking about this the other day, is back in the 70s and 80s when I started doing this, I had to really watch. I didn't ask questions. I watched and I looked at the magazines and then I attempted things. And by doing that, by attempting it and trying to connect to what they were speaking about, I think it just made a different person. Where all people do today now on social media is they see an exercise. First thing they do is they ask, hey, what does that do? Don't ask. You saw something, go to the gym the next day, attempt it, try to dissect it and see where you feel it, and then come back and then ask the question if you didn't actually connect to it. I think that's the smartest way to do it. But people today just, mostly the kids today, they see something, they ask, they want it answered, which doesn't do anything for anybody. Because first off, most likely you won't even go do the exercise because you're asking to ask and think that it might be a trick or something like that. And it's just, there's no sweat equity. There's no effort on putting it into it. And that's, I think, what's unfortunate about social media. But the great thing about social media is you get to block those people. And then also you get to follow the people that not just done it. And here's the great thing about you guys. Everybody that's watching this, you guys can actually see the guys that came up, did it, and then afterwards succeeded and went further. And then you can dissect and go, well, this makes sense to me. This guy, the way he's teaching and understanding it, not only did he do it, but he's helped people do it that way. And he didn't just crumble after competing or something like that. And so social media's been around long enough to where you can look at guys and go, well, sure, he looked good in his 20s, but then by the time he hit 30, he looked like terrible and he never got back in shape. So there's something missing there. There's something that doesn't make sense. And that's why I love like Robbie Robinson or Lee Priest and stuff. These guys are still monsters. Kevin Larone, Dennis James, all these guys, Victor Martinez, they were great as kids, complete champions, and then continue to look great and stay in shape. So those are the guys I would really pay attention to. So we did do this, like I said, on YouTube. Again, it's more important how you do it than you do it. And hello to the UK. I will be over there. We were just talking about that. We'll be over in the UK. Oh, thanks, man, about the lower back. I appreciate that. Yeah, we got some good videos out this week. And now here's another thing. Just so you guys, when you go over to the YouTube, I know you guys are very interested in seeing the exercise, right? And you want to see the exercise and why are you doing the exercise? Here's my recommendation, though. I'm on there with people like Mark Bell and Victor Martinez this last week and Chris Duffin. There is so much knowledge from these guys and insight on how to do things. And those videos I know are overlooked. And I fully understand maybe you just don't want to watch a couple guys talking. I understand that. I do. But there's such knowledge there for you guys so you guys can set yourselves up to be incredible champions by just listening to some of the insight that they talk about. So again, I'm at a different stage than you guys. I love watching a successful person like Chris Duffin talk about what got him there. Victor Martinez, what got him there. And not even just what got him there. My curiosity is, I know what got most people there, that intensity of wanting to be the very best. But after you're that great, what kept them going? That's the stuff I love. Because that's like the thing that I can't get out of my system. You know, it's like I bleed this stuff. I love to go train. I love to go do this. I was having a great talk with Devin. You guys know who Devin is, right? Badass arm wrestler. So Devin and I were talking, and what a nice gentleman. Just a pure heart, great soul. But we were talking about how we both love the pressure that's on the body when you're lifting or going against a man or grinding the head, as we would say in wrestling. When you grind in another man's head and you take his will, man, there's something really addictive about that and awesome. So I know you wrestlers out there understand what I'm saying, man. It's just an addictive thing to take another guy's soul when you're wrestling or doing some martial arts or lifting. So yeah, we're talking about naps earlier today and too, and it's like, man, I had 2 naps. I took a nap, Titan didn't take a nap, and then I took another nap with Titan, and wow, I needed that today. I will be taking off to Arizona here this week. I'll be doing the IFBB Pro TV show with Sean Ray and Bob Ciccarelli, and we're gonna be going into depth about just training over the decades and stuff. These are a couple guys that were, well, it's funny. All 3 of us were like in the magazines by the mid 80s, before most of you guys were born. So we were in there. So we'll talk about all the training and how we got here. Oh, here's a great question here. It says, how did me and Heath Evans meet? Heath Evans was, you guys know, 10-year vet on football. And then he went from NFL football to the TV network. And so when he was on the TV network, there's Titan if you can hear him. So when he was on the TV network, I saw that he was doing the bench press, right? And so a friend of ours kind of got us in touch with each other, and then I kind of challenged him to come out and bench with me. And so he came down and we did the bench off. So I think he got like 44 something in that range, and then I got I did right before he was there 54. Or no, he was there when I got 54. But it was great, and just that kind of competitiveness made it click. And there's also just he's a great human and a good guy, and he pushes me in the gym. And we had so many similarities growing up in the way that we ate, how big we were as junior high school and high school kids. You guys know that by the time I was 15 years old, I was 275 pounds and already beating men in powerlifting meets. So it was one of those things that his dad was the same way, really pushed him. And that's why he got to be such a stud football player. So that's how Heath and I met. Great questions today, guys. Man, wow, here's another one. Shoulders and protecting your shoulders. So a lot of the stuff I talk about, I wish you guys would understand or dissect this or ingest this. I talk about, most of my training is about keeping the joints healthy. So when I talk about the weights, the range of motion, the way I do it, that's all about keeping the joints healthy. So now here's the problem. Maybe you just started watching me, maybe you just started doing my training plans, maybe you just started doing this or eating the way that I recommend you eat, where you're feeding not just the muscle, but you're also feeding that proteins to the connective tissue. So you're both strong muscular-wise and joint-wise and connective tissue-wise. Those are the important parts. But now if you got bad shoulders like this person's talking about, the first thing you got to do is like anything, man. You got to change those eating. Hey, Titan. Hey. What?
It just
what?
Woke up. He said, just woke up.
You just woke up. Yep. So one of the things I would recommend is that, first of all, you change your nutrition plan. Get over to the Titan meal plan and get on my meals to where you're feeding both the muscular body that you have and the connective tissue body that you have. And those proteins are different. So just remember, there's muscle building proteins and then there's connective tissue proteins. And then you got to feed your body both of those. And so let's start rehabbing those shoulders to get them better. In the meantime, I would, until you get the nutrition on point, kind of go easy on your shoulders right now until those things heal up, which will heal up eating correctly. Okay? Hopefully that helped. What, buddy? Mind the muscle. I gotta get rid of this. I always find it funny that people come on here that don't like me and they follow. It's the weirdest thing. I don't understand this question. I'm going to ask you guys. It says, how do you get a really hard chest? I don't understand that. I don't know what that means. Yeah, how do you get a really hard chest? Sorry, boss. I don't. That's not even a thing. So, you get hard muscles because you're dieted down and you got dense muscles in your training. So, I mean, yeah, I don't understand that question. Oh, the video I was talking about earlier for YouTube for you guys is, it's more important how you do it than you do it. And it's the second to last video I just put up. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I answered the shoulder question earlier, guys. Hopefully you guys go back and see that. And it's really great info just on for you guys to get through the shoulder pain or anybody that's having problems. Great question. Holy cow. Great job today, guys. Wow, this is great. I think all the trolls are out on their computers yelling at people. Nobody's here. This is great. How to improve your mind to muscle connection. Now, this is something I'll say to everybody. And I'll say this to the lawyer, the power lifter, to everybody. You don't need to be just a bodybuilder to pose. And the best way to connect mind to muscle is posing. I know it's silly. I know you guys probably don't want to do it. Don't care. The best way to do it is that silly posing in the mirror after you get out of the shower, before the shower, or whatever it is. But just in front of the mirror and you're posing and you're feeling it through. Because here's one of the things that you guys don't get. A lot of guys have good chest and arms because you can see them, right? And you look in the mirror and then you get a connection. But most of you guys, 99% of you guys on here don't have good hamstrings, glutes, or back. And shows are won from that area. And really a true guy's strength comes from that area. And you girls. So, but girls look at their asses all day. So that might be different. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm okay with that. But with that being said, so you got to get in front of the mirror, or not even in front of the mirror. You just got to get there at home and you got to pose and you got to flex that back and work that way, that back around without seeing it in the mirror. And so as soon as you can connect it and go, okay, I'm going to pull out the right lat, I'm going to pull out the left lat, my lower back flex, upper, pull the lats. You do all that stuff over and over again. And trust me, when you go to the gym, that homework pays dividends. You get to the gym and it is unreal on how well you connect, and now you can develop that back. I know, again, it's silly. I get that. I fully understand that. But it really is pretty darn impressive to the guys that do that posing. So don't do it in the gym. Again, most of you go to the gym in a tank top. Cover it up. Go to the gym to do the work. You're not going to work on your car and get on the ground and get all greasy and stuff like that in a tank top and shorts. Go to the gym in sweat clothes, cover it up, mind to muscle connection, get the weightlifting in. The posing is for later, okay? So that's just my point of view on that. Exactly. See, Titan agrees with me on this. Yeah, mind to muscle really is a key. You guys are great today, man. Yeah, I might have to put this one up on YouTube too, because you guys are just really good questions there. I mean, you guys really, I think we all took naps today. I gotta be honest. My 2 naps really helped me today, so this is great.
Besides me.
Mona, besides you being just great yourself.
No naps, let's say. I wish I took a nap. Right?
Sorry guys, I'm just reading through these comments. You guys got such great comments today, man. I don't want to miss anything. So great stuff today. Oh, so everybody's saying that the video is technically called, they don't know how you do it, now that if you do it. I'm not sure what that meant. It's something like that. I usually say the term is, that I say is, it's not, it's more important how you do it than you do it. And I'm speaking about an exercise. I'm speaking about any exercise. It's more important how you do it than you do it. And I can take that a little further for you guys if you want. I can. The reason why I say this is because I started my career in powerlifting, and through my career, you would see over and over again a guy come in at 181. And the start of his career, he'd be 181. And 10 years later, he'd still be 181. Okay, so he didn't gain any size or heavy weight, but his squat would go from 400 up to 700 over those 10 years. And now 10 years later, he's squatting 700. But his body didn't change. And the reason why his body didn't change is because he just got his connective tissue stronger. His nervous system could handle more weight. It doesn't technically mean that you're going to just build muscle because you're squatting. Doesn't mean that you're going to build muscle just because you squat heavier weight. It doesn't work that way. It depends on how you feed your body and how you rest your body, and then how you're moving through the exercise. You can go in there and do speed work all day long. And that's momentum. That's not really tearing the fibers like you want to do it if you're trying to develop the body. So again, it's just two different aspects. You can do it both ways. In any way you want to do it is a way you want to do it. Me talking to my young self, I would definitely say slow down, work it more instead of trying to move just the heaviest weights possible. Because remember, I was an athlete. That was first and foremost, and still am today. I'm a gladiator. And so the most important thing to me was athletic ability and be able to crush another man. That was my ultimate goal. You need to be strong enough and athletic enough to move heavy weights, look good doing it, and then be able to crush a man. That was the ultimate goal. Now, I wish the young self would have slowed down to develop the body a little quicker, because I lost a lot of years of developing the body because I was just moving 700-pound squats and deadlifts all day and 500 benches. And at 19 and 20 years old, that's great and stuff, but you want to develop the muscle more. Hopefully this stuff helps you guys today and really get you guys on the right path going into power bodybuilding. We are starting week 2. Again, power bodybuilding, week 2. Remember about earlier in this video, I talked about connecting the lower lat on pulling down and leaning forward instead of leaning back. Because leaning back is going to take it up to that mid back. Leaning forward is going to take it to the lower back, all right? So check those out. I'll put this up over on YouTube too, so you guys can get there. Hello from Russia. We will be going to Romania this year. We will be going to Transylvania and back to Italy. And so we will be trying to make it over to the eastern areas. And so, man, I would love to go to Russia with Mona, but Transylvania right now is the ultimate goal. So everybody got your naps today. I love it.
Not me.
No, Mona didn't get her nap. Hey, sorry I got to block a lot of you guys just because you're probably still at that age of youth and anger and jealousy. So the comments you're making, I just kind of have to block you. Sorry about that. In a couple of years, like most people do, you send me a DM or a message saying, hey, I'm sorry, I was young and naive and I was angry at the time. And that's going to happen. But right now, we just got to keep this page really, really clean. That's the main thing about keeping it clean, just because we can't have all these kind of trolls and stuff on here. Okay? And don't worry, you can always, even though you're a snowflake today, does not mean you're going to be a snowflake for life. You'll man up sooner or later.
You being nice today?
I'm being really nice. And then also, guys, over on the YouTube, let us know what you guys want us to see, what you guys want to see. We also have a bodybuilding show. We got, 3 bodybuilding shows. I'm guest posing at Mr. Mississippi. I'm guest posing here at the Europa. And then I'm also putting on the Clash of the Titans. And that will be my show, and it'll be a pro-am show, so you guys can compete in that later this year. We finished up our movies. We have one more movie here, but that's not starting for a little time, so we get to kind of get through this strength gains period right now with the power bodybuilding. Again, if you want to do this power bodybuilding with us, get on over. It will be, wow, there's so many questions, guys. You guys were great today, man. I love this. Appreciate everything you guys are doing today. Okay, we're going to leave it there for today, guys. Let me see if there's any more questions. There's questions right here. Well, this is a good question. So, how can you lose body fat and maintain your muscle mass? Well, that's all you do when you diet. That's the ultimate goal. That's what we're doing right now in power bodybuilding. I'm reversing out of my diet. I'm going to maintain that hardness and leanness, and I'm going to actually put on muscle. And it's going to be incredible, and I'll feel better without that crushing nutrition dieting feel to it. So that's what we're doing. But anytime you diet down, like the 30-day blitz, in that period of time just gets you so lean, but keeps all your muscle. Mona put on 7 pounds of muscle. And again, that's a mid 40-year-old woman that had a baby. So just imagine you 20 or 30-year-olds doing that, how much muscle you'll put on relative to a female. So remember that. That's an incredible thing. And again, everybody's different. Obviously, Mona's a mid 45-year-old woman. It's estrogen, and she still put on muscle, where some of your guys' coaches are, that's that. We'll leave it there. All right. Have a great day, guys. Much love.